So we're finally getting lots of new information regarding the Outer Worlds, and there's been a bunch of interviews, information, especially coming from the Game Informer. By the way, I do highly recommend for you to check them out. They have revealed a few bits of information, especially from the developers themselves, the Obsidian, and so yes, they have touched on a few good and interesting facts regarding this game. I will get into them right now. So Microsoft has purchased the Obsidian, you know, so they're under their care pretty much. So yes, it has nothing to do regarding this game. Microsoft is not going to be interfering in this case at all. So that's good to hear as well. They mentioned that this game, The Outer Worlds, is more like a next generation throwback RPG sort of way, but maybe it was more towards a joke type of approach, but it still is pretty nice to see anyway. Now, next thing is Fallout New Vegas. About 20% from that team that has made Fallout New Vegas, to be more exact, are making and developing The Outer Worlds. And about Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, only like 3% of those guys are actually making this game, The Outer Worlds. So I like it. It's obviously, don't take this as an exact numbers, but still it's nice to see some kind of specifics. By the way, there's going to be no third-person perspective in The Outer Worlds. Also, they have mentioned neatly the answer, like you can indeed hide your weapons and your gun. For example, you can have a pistol and you can put it in a holster, and so nobody sees you carrying a pistol out. They mentioned regarding the white chocolate as a weird enemy type in game. That could be a possibility. Now that would be interesting to see. They have also talked about that there will be indeed a day and night cycle in this game. It is based also in our universe, but also going to be in a very different time. There is going to be 2 worlds, the moons, so dwarf planets, dimension, asteroids, space stations, and gas rings. And so basically you can expect that as well. Now the other thing is the customization that you could do, or you can do. You can wear hats, accessories, and that good stuff as well. We'll get them back. I'll get back into it a little bit more as well. Now the DLC, it also is being considered, and they did not give the specifics on that, unfortunately. Now the next thing is the microtransactions. They said there is no way there's going to be absolutely any microtransactions in this game at all. So that's very, very good to hear. They have also touched on regarding the 60 FPS possibility on the consoles, but they did not give this an estimate or a concrete answer, unfortunately. 4K on console support obviously will be happening, and the other thing is they have no idea regarding the Switch's version for this game as well. It will be on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and also on Steam. New Game Plus are also in the talks, and that's definitely nice to see and to hear. Other thing is modding. This is indeed going to be a thing, but they will be releasing the capabilities for the modding after when the game releases, just so you know. Also, one other thing, you do play as a human being. You can, remember when I talked to you about the customization? We're back at it. You can customize the faces of your character, and you can make him as ugly as possible if you like to do that. You name your own character also, and NPCs will only call you like a captain or boss. Power armor is going to be making a return, but it's not going to be exactly the same. They changed the name to heavy armor, and does not look exactly the same dimension. It's not going to be fully sealed as the power armor is, and it will look badass, that they have mentioned. One other thing is that at the beginning you can put skills, and the choices are going to be yours. So basically, you choose where you want to imply or put all of the advantages for yourself at the very beginning of the game regarding the skills, obviously. There's going to be no morality system, but there is indeed a reputation system. You make sure the consequences and that good stuff. Not certain yet, but if you beat this game without killing anyone, beating this game without killing anyone, that's not a certainty yet that they can give us a concrete answer again, but they have mentioned you can kill absolutely everybody to even finish the game after as well. Faction players can indeed join your adventures together. There's going to be no kids. There is indeed a hacking system, or some kind of hacking anyway. There is messages or emails in the game, but it's going to be a bit different and it's named different as well. You don't have to play the game while with a companion. You can go completely solo if you like to. Also, each companion has a specific side quest missions for you to complete. And when you do complete those companions quests, it will actually unlock a combat ability, and so they improve, you know, not like unlock, but they do improve. So your companions can indeed die, but they will be able to die in a supernova. It's the difficulty. Supernova, mind you, it is the hardest difficulty that the Outer Worlds will have. By the way, if you go any lower than a supernova difficulty, your companions do not exactly die, but they go down. So you need to resurrect them after, or bring them up. Anyway. So companions do not expose you while you're in a stealth mission, so perhaps maybe you choose to go to stealth mode, you know, like crouch, I presume. So they will not be interfering regarding the stealth, so they will not be seen, so that's good news. There's going to be no romances. I have also talked about this, because here's the answer. Because this actually takes a lot of work and a lot of focus, so Obsidian did not want to put effort into it, but you can indeed flirt with them, or anyway specific characters and whatsoever. Basically, they did not want to go with that approach. I mean, I don't blame them. I kind of understand why as well. It's still nice to hear that they are making this a straightforward answer and they're not like dodging this question. By the way, you cannot upgrade your spaceship to one, and there are also some laser weapons. You cannot control or tame any aliens or creatures, but you can get robots to turn on each other, but it's not like exactly controlling them, so just so you know. There are some boss fights in the game, but they are quite different compared to what all of the people would consider it as a boss fight mechanic, or what it is. You can have flaws, by the way, there are about 24, so like 20 flaws that you can have as you can develop. One playthrough on a normal, you get like 3 flaws, hard is 4 flaws, and supernova is you have 5 flaws, so it makes the game harder for you. A sequel is a good possibility that they might create at the Outer Worlds 2. Like, they have one solid write-up for it, but nothing specific. Obviously, they will give on that. They also mentioned briefly that there's going to be no mini-games in the Outer Worlds. I'm not too sure what that means exactly. One other thing is that there's going to be lots of endings, and that's nice to see. Perhaps like good and bad and so many different varieties. There's going to be no celebrities, cameos anywhere, or at least they said not yet. They have also guaranteed that the Outer Worlds, this is the big one in here, will be indeed coming out in 2019. And they didn't even say like the way I'm telling you. They have specifically said they are guaranteeing it. And that's very interesting, because like that's bold. That's very bold for them to say that, because, well, you know, what if something happens? What if you need to delay the game and then ends up going to 2020 release? So it's actually nice to see that they are very confident regarding the development for this game as well. Anyway, well, thank you so much for watching. By the way, do consider donating on my perhaps subscriber star or maybe GoFundMe page. It's really up to you. And please take a look at my Twitter. It is at ZDEyE, and that's all there is to it today. Thank you so much again. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Have an awesome day, and yeah, have a good one.
You cashed in on my promise.